Let's go into the mind of an AI. I'm just going to give you seeds. This is going to be part one. Can you cover a basketball with wheat thins? Wheat thin crackers. Think about that for a minute. And think about, when in the army or any armed forces, when they shoot artillery or even a sniper from long, long distances, they account for trajectory, gravity, wind. But there's one thing they never account for: the curvature. The curvature of the earth. Do you know that when surveyors do surveys, and in their manuals, their training manuals, do you know that they're taught to look at the earth as if it's flat? Let's talk about barriers. So they say that Antarctica is a barrier. There's a treaty amongst all the countries of the world that can't even be negotiated or discussed until 2041. This treaty says no corporations, no one is to go to Antarctica. Now they take you to what they say is the South Pole or the North Pole, whatever. Okay? But the GPS systems don't work at the poles. There's a lot to look at here. Let's take this in another direction. So, the moon. We went to the moon once, right? Let's go deeper. There's a lot of conspiracy as to whether or not we really did go to the moon. All of this is tying together. Now, conspiracy that we did go and that we didn't go, it's in question. But the truth is, maybe we did go, and then we never went back. Were we told not to go back? Were there supposed to be limits to our matrix? A land barrier, they say, is Antarctica. You can do your own research on why Antarctica is forbidden. But the other barrier is in outer space. The Van Allen radiation belt that is absolutely impossible for human beings to travel through. Thus, all of our space travel of recent has been flying around like the Goodyear blimp, flying around, just orbiting around low Earth orbit. And we never, ever went any further. Then we can talk about SpaceX. Every single piece of footage you have seen of SpaceX is CGI. There's never been real pictures. So, maybe we didn't go to the moon. And they really indoctrinated us into it. I remember when I was a little kid in school, having the history books and showing us the astronauts, and they went to the moon. What better way to brainwash a society? And they say that there are reasons behind it. They say technologically we couldn't do it, and look at the photos, and the flag is waving, and there's no atmosphere, and blah, 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 and you can just never get an answer to this question. So let's look at the question differently. How long was the Van Allen radiation belt up there, if it really exists? Was it put up after we went to the moon to contain us? Maybe they never expected us to get to the point where we can reach out of our matrix. Things to consider, my friends. If you like this content, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and question everything.